Okay, right now, PewDiePie is in his loving husband and father era. He is posting wholesome family vlogs. He's living his peaceful life in Japan in semi-retirement. And that is all that he posts about now. And I love that for him. I totally support it. But unfortunately, this makes a lot of people violently angry.
Very angry. Seeing people win with heteronormative situations is just evil,
Yes.
is it not?
So Dexerto posted this cute little reel, a lot of videos of PewDiePie hanging out with his baby. They're in, they're just living their best life. There's Marzia, his wife, and they're with his parents. Just seems like a lovely time. And one of the first replies I saw was, "This reeks of Nazism."
Yep.
From somebody with a trans flag and hammer and sickle in their screen name.
No watermelon. I'm surprised.
No watermelon because their screen name is in Hebrew.
Oh, there you go. I mean, even that's, even those, yeah, okay.
You're in between a rock and a hard place.
Yep.
But this person with a hammer and sickle in their screen name says that PewDiePie's family reeks of Nazism. And apparently just, being white and having a family and, not actively self-flagellating for it.
What people don't realize
Nazism.
is just how much of the internet really does hate the idea of standard Western values, right?
Just normalcy. It's just, they hate normalcy itself. Like, you have to be some kind of aberration from the norm. You have to be in a polycule, or you need to be in a gay relationship or identify as some abnormal gender identity. You need to live on a commune. You need to be child free. You need to be a dog mom, a plant mom.
Part of this is also
something weird has to be going on, or else they have a problem with it.
Part of this is also because too many people, it kind of is an offshoot of stan culture, which is like people fall in love with these with these celebrities and then get mad when they're not seeing themselves reflected back in every way.
Maybe it's former fans of PewDiePie who are lashing out the most, but I really thought that a lot of this backlash was due to his N-word scandal when he was, the bridge incident. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. We're not going to show the clip, obviously. But, he said the N-word while he was live streaming one time in 2017. I thought that was where the accusations of racism were coming from. Yeah. But in reality, a lot of people thought his infamous feud with T-Series, the huge Bollywood channel that took over #1 spot on YouTube.
Which just lost out to Mr. Beast recently.
They lost out to Mr. Beast literally last month. A lot of people thought that PewDiePie behaved in a racist way toward Indians when he was in the middle of this joke feud with T-Series back in 2018, 2019. He originally put out this music video called Bitch Lasagna aimed at T-Series while they were coming for PewDiePie's #1 spot on YouTube, just in terms of subscriber count.
Yeah.
And, a lot of the lyrics were a little bit risque. It was 2018 and you were allowed to make edgier jokes back then. And one of the lyrics said, "Indians have poo-poo in their brains." Let me give you the context though. The next line said, "That's a blatant racist lie."
Yes.
The joke is that they said something blatantly racist and were self-aware, and it wasn't just saying it for the sake of saying it. You know what I mean?
What's really funny is there's this notion now that even in media you can't even show a bad person doing something bad because that's too many bad guy.
There's no nuance.
Too many. It's kind of like what happened with Homelander. People love Homelander, and then the creator of The Boys is like, no, you're not supposed to like him. It's like there was a who was the wrestler? I think it was Shelton Benjamin was made a video recently, or he posted a clip of him back when he was wrestling in WWE back in the day, and apparently he had some racist dialogue against an Asian wrestler.
Okay.
And then and he's like, I would know. He's like, this was awful. I can't believe we did this. And they're like, but you were playing the heel, right? You were playing the bad guy. That's the point. Is everyone's laughing at you,
right? But according to
you're not
these
allowed
people,
to do that now.
There's no context that makes it acceptable to say anything negative about any group of people. As long as they are in the protected categories.
People think murder is more forgivable than racism now. in a lot of ways. Like there are,
they do for sure. They advocate for rehabilitating murderers and rapists.
No, I wouldn't even say rape. I would say just
no. They definitely. Rape. I've seen actual leftist advocacy for rehabilitating and normalizing serial rapists and murderers. They're more willing to forgive that than your N-word tweets from 10 years ago. It's seriously that extreme. And, you know, that song, Bitch Lasagna, also made mention of the Indian caste system and the crippling poverty that still exists in this country of over 1 billion people. Yeah. So here were some of the responses. One from Stop Hindu Hate Advocacy Network said, "Oh, you mean the white PewDiePie who lost to Indians, then went on a racist rant, calling them poo-poo in their brains? Fix the caste system and solve your crippling poverty? Last heard he's moved to Japan with his family. Hope that bastard rots in hell." That was actually the Stop Hindu Hate Advocacy Network that said that. Another one said, "Living proof that you can just be racist to 20% of the world and people still see you as a wholesome Chungus 69. PewDiePie is a wholesome Chungus. Confirmed. Another one said, "One of the major reasons why hate towards Indians is so normalized across all social media platforms today. So F you, PewDiePie." Another one said, "The same guy who normalized racism against Indians on the internet, which later translated to hate crimes, yeah, F him."
That's a big claim. Can they confirm that one for me? Like,
he is responsible.
Source bro?
He is solely responsible for Asian hate.
Yeah.
Because that would technically include Indians. Another one said, "I hope he faces the karma one day for the millions of Indians and South Asians facing racism because of him today. It all started with him." They actually think PewDiePie is to blame for all racism.
He started racism.
He started racism. He invented it.
Yeah.
I just learned that. Another one said, "The neo-online wave of racism against Indians, which we see today, was started by this insect during 2017.
It's actually really funny now that I think about it. When I was rewatching Miami Vice, there's multiple mentions to different racist white supremacist groups, and it's just so not done with the fanfare that it would be done now. Like, it's not done with the
yeah.
It's just it acknowledges that the Aryan Brotherhood, that these awful people exist, and they're just, the cops just look at them as another group of criminals that they have to take down. It's not done with the pearl clutching that it would be done with today.
Right, and I think that people are making like callbacks to this music video that he did in 2018 and see, like, they're saying, like, look at all these offensive racist things that he said. How dare he? But they're looking at it in a 2024 lens.
Yeah.
And I guess people don't realize this. Cancel culture wasn't even a popularized term until at least, I would say, the end of 2019.
Yeah.
Because I remember like teaching one of my high school teachers what the term cancel culture meant. And now we've heard it so many times that we're like sick to death of people talking about it. But that's, I think, in 2018, 2019, when cancel culture was in full swing.
Yeah.
And it was cool that PewDiePie was at least one of the last few YouTubers who didn't care about getting canceled because he was anti-fragile by that point.
Yeah, he'd already built up
literally
his
number
platform,
one.
Yeah.
And it's funny because at the end of that music video, they had like a post-credit scene of Mr. Beast slow clapping them out of frame. And that was like the ultimate foreshadowing that Mr. Beast was going to come avenge PewDiePie and take over the #1 spot from T-Series.
I do want you to look at this picture, though, and remember that they do hate this. They do hate the idea of you starting a family. They do hate the idea of you performing in any type of normative behavior, because norms are something that should be beaten, broken, and dismantled. They love to talk about dismantling things and disrupting the culture. And anytime you do anything normal, you know, a weirdo on the internet weeps. Make them weep.
Yeah. I mean, they even sent PewDiePie all of these. I remember PewDiePie got hate for promoting weightlifting to his audience.
Well, remember, that's also white supremacist culture, is to stay in shape.
Of course. And they got mad at him for making videos about philosophy, for his, and it's a good thing. It's a good influence. He has a young male audience. And he's getting them interested in self-improvement, which, yes, isn't the end-all be-all of living and existing, but he's not being a bad influence, which is what makes them angry.
Yeah.
Like, they're mad at him for not promoting a degenerate, aberrant lifestyle. Yep. And that's really at the heart of all of this.
To me, that always seems like this weird natural phenomenon that's kind of come out of the notion that everything must be subverted. Mm-hmm. It's like when they talk about subverting expectations, the only way to truly subvert expectations in Hollywood now is to just tell a traditional story with no change.
There's no catch.
Like, there's a damsel in distress. She's actually a damsel in distress. He's, like, that would be amazing. She's like, she tries to fight a guy and gets beat up, and it's like, holy crap, she's not a... Mm-hmm. She's not a girl boss, right? It was like that scene in Fall Guy where she beats him up, and I was like, there was no need to put that in there.
But if it's a movie, you can criticize it, but this is somebody's life. And he shares snippets of it for people who, are willing to not be weirdos about it.
Yeah.
And people just have to ruin everything nice. Like, this is why we can't have nice things on the internet, because a guy will post a 30-second video of him having fun with his baby and his wife, and millions of people just shit their pants over it.
Yep.
Completely. And they're just such emotionally dysregulated, unhinged, deranged individuals. And I genuinely hope that they get the help they need.
I highly doubt that that's going to happen, Mary.
Not from the therapists that they currently have.
No, well, that would presuppose an idea that therapy
they need
actually
Jesus.
that therapy actually wanted to help them. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.